I suffered the tragedy of loss of one of my children. And it's hard to put into words what it did to me, but it completely broke me. Many years later, I lost my son's father, and the tragedies just kept going. And I started thinking, what is all this pain work for? Like, why am I here still? I think I was on a quest to find a purpose for my pain. My name is Shirley. I'm also known as Beauty to the Streets. I'm 53 years old and I'm from Compton, California. Beauty to the Streets is just what it sounds like. It's meeting our homeless community of Los Angeles, California, right where they're at. It's bringing hair services, makeup, hygiene, food, clothing, conversation, friendship, anything that they may need. When I went to Skid Row, I felt at home. I felt all their brokenness. I felt their despair. They have nowhere to hide it. They're not behind four walls and a door. And when I went down there, they were like, oh, we love your hair. We love your makeup. We love your eyelashes. I've been taught that you take food, clothing, socks, but nobody said makeup and hygiene. And they were like, yeah, we want this. I got mascara, went to the dollar store, got some eyelashes. I'm giving them my hair color at home that I'm not using anymore. Went and got a little folding chair from Target, like a makeshift hair salon. It allows them to look in the mirror and see something other than their circumstances. They don't see a homeless person. They see someone with pink hair, or they see someone with long eyelashes. But a couple years in, I realized there was so much more. It was the scrubbing their scalp and the touching of their hair. You do not close your eyes in the streets. That's a code. Don't never close your eyes in the hood. But when they come to us, they can lay their head back, they can close their eyes, they can let warm water run off their scalp. And sometimes, they're like, oh, I feel good and I look good. I think I'm gonna go put in a job application. You know what I mean? It boosts their self-esteem in so many ways. It's not superficial. It's like the food and the clothing and hygiene and everything that you've been taught to give the homeless, they still need that. But that's for their body. No one ever taught you how to nurture the spirit. And I think as a parent, I learned there's both. I can feed my kids, but if I don't provide them love, they're never going to be healthy children. And that's what we try to do with our community. I think that we think that they did something to deserve their circumstances. Alcohol and drugs is not what led to homelessness. It's what helps them cope with homelessness. The reasons I know people are homeless is because the father is molesting them and their mother doesn't believe them, so they leave the house. The stories I know is the woman who married for love and her husband ended up beating her, so she's a domestic violence survivor. The reason I know that the young children are homeless is because of their sexuality, and the father has said, no son of mine will stay in this house while wearing a dress. There's a million stories out there, but I haven't heard one about someone who spent too much money on shoes and now they're homeless. Doesn't happen. If that happened, we'd all be homeless because we all spend money carelessly on some crap we don't really need, truth be told. The first step is for people to understand that this community is connected with us. This could be us at any given time. We have 66,000 people in the county on the streets homeless. There's no way that we can get them all in housing right now. So I would start with toilets. I would start with water. The second thing I would start with is a mandate that the city provide tents, that the city and the sweeps are not allowed to throw away. I mean, there's just some things that shouldn't be happening, and they are, and it's not rocket science. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing to take care of this community. beautytothestreet.org, visit our website, and if they want to sign up and be a monthly supporter of our Patreon and help with our expenses for the warehouse, there's many ways to support us. If you can't afford anything financially, share.